morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I am Lilac Boots, and this is The Scroll. Today I have a special guest with me who's been here before. If you want to introduce yourself.
Hello, I am Frank Grouch. You may have seen me on various social media platforms as Frank Grouch, streaming, Twitter, Twitch, all Deaf Digital. It is I, the Frank of Grouch.
All right. Well, Happy New Year, first of all. I haven't recorded anything since the holiday season, the Christmas, really. A lot of things have happened just in the past, 20 days? So, oh, and excuse me if I sound a little weird. I'm just getting better from having a cold. I mean, I assume it's a
Mhm.
cold. I don't know if it was COVID or whatever the case. I haven't tested myself yet. I did order those tests. Oh yeah, if you need those COVID tests, make sure you Google the Postal Service, the United States Postal Service, and get yourself some free tests. They're giving 4 out per household. Yes, 4 per household is what you're getting. So yeah, so I'll find out if I had it soon enough.
There's a second website. We have it in the stoop. I gotta pull it up. So
Oh yeah, there is another resource for that. I'll get it towards the end just so everybody stays informed.
COVIDtests.gov.
Okay. Yep. COVID test.
COVIDtests.gov.
Okay. Make sure you get tested just so we can get rid of this. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So in the wonderful world of gaming, let's start off with there's this article from CNBC.com, which is basically covering the fact that it's giving more information on the fact that if you haven't heard, Microsoft bought Activision Blizzard for what was it, 60 billion? No,
68 billion.
68 billion. Excuse me. Yeah, I think it was $68.7 billion. Um, that is a lot of money. That is amazing. Well, on Microsoft's end, I hope that with that acquisition comes a lot of changes in Activision Blizzard, because you've heard me spaz a lot of times on this podcast about Activision Blizzard and their current practices. So I'm really hoping that gets squared away.
Mm-hmm.
So, this article says the business of video games is having a moment. Less than 2 weeks after Take-Two announced its $12.7 billion for Zynga, and just days after Microsoft announced its record-breaking $69 billion acquisition of Activision Blizzard, Netflix co-founder and co-chief executive officer Reed Hastings said Thursday that building out video gaming to where Netflix can, quote, amaze our members by having the absolute best in the category, end quote, is his goal. We have to be differentially great at it, Hastings said during Netflix's earnings conference call. When mobile gaming is world leading and we're some of the best producers, like where we are in film today, having 2 of the top 10, then you should ask what's next. Let's nail the thing and not just be in it for the sake of being in it. That's a tall task.
Wait,
go ahead.
Who bought Zynga?
Take-Two.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. That's a tall
The Netflix guy was talking about it. Does the Take-Two guy run Netflix?
No, I think, well, what the article is about is that Netflix kind of wants to get into the same, wants to get into the gaming industry too, but what they're saying is that they want to, he's saying that he doesn't want to be in it just to be in it. Like, he wants to make sure they get it right and, not have any fallouts from trying to, break into the industry. So that's a tall task for Netflix, which is building its gaming unit from scratch. Netflix.
I think Netflix needs to just stay where the hell it's at in the movie industry and not try to break into gaming.
I mean,
because
go ahead.
They already have, like, people already giving them shit for messing up animes from animated to live action.
That's true.
They don't do a good job producing those.
That's true.
And video games are a lot, like, the video game community is a lot less forgiving, I guess, than the movie community. Because if your first game out of your studio was ass, your studio is going to get laughed at for the remainder of the time it's out there until they drop the bomb, which is going to be like 2 or 3 games because you're trying to get into you're trying to get into a playfield that has everything kind of already laid out. Like all the developers have history in gaming. No movie studio has jumped over and was like, you know what? I'm going to start gaming. Sony's been doing this since like '93. But you know what I mean? Like they had a deal with Nintendo in place before fucking Super Nintendo dropped, before the PSX dropped. Sony's been in gaming. Microsoft's been in gaming. Nintendo, Sega, Take Two, the entire collection of Microsoft developers that they have under that umbrella all been in gaming. Netflix trying to crack in is not a good idea. Like it's just like it just seems like weird, and it's like, what game are you going to make? You're going to make a game about the Six Underground? Get out of my face. Stay in the movie lane, Netflix. You're doing fine. Nobody's questioning your power.
I'm gonna get into why they feel like they can, have a good chance. So Netflix Chief Operating Officer Greg Peters said Thursday the company plans to license large game intellectual property that people will recognize later this year. Hastings added Netflix will use its walk, crawl, run strategy around gaming, where it purposefully grows the business gradually to learn about user habits and use resources efficiently. Netflix, of course, has used this general strategy before in streaming video. The company licensed well-known movies and TV shows to build out its user base as a cable TV supplement before slowly wading into original content. After years of experimenting on a show-by-show or film-by-film basis, Netflix felt its recommendation algorithm and user data could accurately predict new popular original content. Today, Netflix spends billions of dollars each year on originals. The Microsoft acquisition and the Netflix commentary is a general acknowledgement that gaming has become an important part of global entertainment, especially with young audiences. Netflix has often pointed out that gaming, such as Fortnite, competes with its core streaming service for eyeballs. This isn't new exactly. Microsoft has owned Xbox for decades, but it's obviously never spent nearly $70 billion to acquire anything, let alone a video game company. Gaming has jumped to the forefront of many people's attention as companies like Meta and Roblox build strategies around a vaguely defined immersive consumer computing strategy called the metaverse. Oh my god, I hate that damn word. Which will almost certainly involve gaming at some level. But the acquisition rush likely suggests something far simpler. Gaming has become ubiquitous. Mobile devices and online play, connecting people to play real-time games, has given gaming a wider audience and significance in youth culture. The Entertainment Software Association, the U.S. Video Games Trade Association, claims more people play video games than ever before. Big tech and media companies have flirted with gaming in the past with mixed success. Disney and Google are among the large companies who decided to abandon their video game aspirations in recent years, and it's probably far too early to position a company for the metaverse when it's still entirely unclear what the metaverse encompasses. Oh my god, please use another word. But gaming is clearly a major interest two of the world's largest tech companies. That's meaningful, and this probably means there's more large gaming consolidation to come. All right, so here's the thing. I kind of had an inkling of someone else trying to get into it just for the simple fact of Game Pass. Because Game Pass essentially is, the Netflix of gaming right now. So
if Netflix's concept of the foray into gaming is just going to make them a streaming site that streams other games, save it. Stop. Don't waste your time. Because Netflix would just be doing nothing. They would literally just be like, hey, here's a game that we think you'll like. Gamers not take your recommendations because gamers know what gamers like. Like, if I'm an FPS guy, I know what I like in my FPSs, so I'm not going to sit here and be like, well, Netflix said, like, if I just finished playing Bulletstorm, and they're like, Netflix says you should play Metro. Those two first-person shooters are completely different, and I might not have a good time in Metro like I had in Bulletstorm.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm an RPG guy, and if I'm a JRPG guy, and I'm playing like all Final Fantasy, and you're like, oh, you should play like, I don't know, some trash American RPG, whatever's bad. I don't know what's bad. I don't know enough. But if they're like, oh, you should play this, it's like, no, that's a stupid recommendation.
Mm-hmm.
You're dumb. And it's going to be like, well, what are you doing, Netflix? Are you just showing me the games I should be playing? Or are you going to give me like some sort of combined Game Pass, PS Now, Nintendo Shop thing where I could just play all my games on one Netflix. Because Sony, nor Microsoft, nor Nintendo is about to do that. So I don't know what the fuck they're about to do, but all right,
Well,
go ahead.
according to what their strategy is, that might be a good thing for original content though, because most of the complaints that I've seen over the, especially the past, like I want to say 5-6 years, when it comes to gaming, is that they keep remaking the same shit and they're still doing it. So it's like I feel like if they're gonna use the same type of algorithm that they've been using for their original movies and shows, they may succeed in making like original games. They just might. That's all I'm
Maybe.
saying.
I just don't have no faith in Netflix jumping the gun and being a gaming thing because it
Well, they
doesn't make
said
any
they're
sense.
not gonna.
Why you?
They said they weren't gonna do that. They said they were gonna ease into it, and he did say that. Mr. Hastings, he did say that that they were gonna take it seriously. Like they weren't just gonna jump into the shit just because of the acquisition that just happened. So.
All right, I'm just waiting for the digital. You know how like Heavy Rain, like the digital movie type thing was. I'm waiting for the Heavy Rain version of You because I know it's coming.
It's interesting.
Where you play as Joe, and it's just like you make the decisions for Joe the whole time.
I don't think that's. I don't know. I don't think making a game based off of that show is a good idea.
That's kind of what I'm getting at, though. Like Netflix doesn't have, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'll base your original games off of your shows. Is it going to be about? Is it going to be about Midnight Mass? Where?
Well,
what are we doing here?
Well, according to the article, what I think they're going to do is that just like what they did with their own company, they're just going to start. They're going to license games that are already out, and then just based off of the user interaction with those games, they're going to decide on what they think is best in making original gaming content. So
okay,
that's what they did with the movies. They just rented out movies that they licensed, and then based off of that, they made their own shows and successfully. By that,
so what's the distribution model going to be?
That's the only thing that's like a little bit like
because now
I don't understand that part.
If you're all about to send everything out through the mail, did Netflix just become GameFly?
Well, you know what? GameFly stupid for not jumping on that idea because that would have been perfect for them.
No, I feel you. I don't disagree. It's just like Netflix, you are now GameFly. So I don't know.
Okay, yeah. So you know what though? So then you know what that means? That means Netflix is gonna have to buy GameFly. They're gonna have to because if they're trying to model that same, which here's the thing, I don't think it's gonna be necessarily the same type of distribution because I can tell you right now, I haven't rented a DVD from Netflix in like 10 years. Most of the stuff I've been doing from them has been like literally just streaming. So unless they're gonna do it like how Microsoft is doing Game Pass, that's the only way I can see them being successful. They would have to go straight into that. I don't think they'd be
straight on a system.
Yeah, I don't think they would be able to do it the way GameFly is doing it right now. Like I haven't gone back on GameFly in maybe like 4 years because I didn't have to.
I had GameFly like 10, 12 years ago.
Yeah,
stopped caring.
I mean, it was like, cool when it first came out. When it came out, yeah.
But now it's streaming gaming is
you don't need it.
Mail me my shit.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like cool, but
right. Yeah, so there's no reason to have it. I mean, I've been on GameFly site in a minute.
had a streaming service back in 2018.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I just haven't, and also my backlog has been so huge, I haven't even have time to start something new. I mean, I'm not gonna lie though, I did buy Lego Harry Potter like the other day only because I have a recent obsession with Harry Potter, and
Are you getting Lego Star Wars the Skywalker Saga?
Oh, I already pre-ordered it, so yes, absolutely. I pre-ordered that, okay? So that will be on my Xbox in April when that releases, okay? I'm sorry. I needed to have that game. I needed it.
Okay, all right.
Needed that
You
Lego
know why
game.
I'm probably not going to get it.
Yes, Frank. I know exactly why you're not going to get it. Okay? I know the exact reason why you're not going to get it, okay? I understand. I understand how you feel. I just love Star Wars. I have to. So, I haven't been watching Boba Fett though. So, I watched the first 2 episodes, but I'm waiting. I watched the first 2 episodes, but I'm waiting for Bay to come over so I can watch the rest, because if I watch it without him, then he's gonna get pissed. So
Yeah, no problem. I'm actually like an episode or two behind. I think it's only 3 episodes right now.
I think, yeah, it might be 3
Okay,
or
then I'm
4.
not
I don't
behind at all.
remember. It's either 3 or 4.
I swear to God, if they do what the Mandalorian did and at the end of the season, there's a fucking Skywalker, I'm deleting Disney Plus off of everything.
Listen, leave the Skywalkers alone. Listen, okay, look, Frank, I understand how you feel, but you can't help but include them because they started the whole series.
They didn't start the whole series. Niggas has been existing since before the Skywalkers was born.
I understand
That's
that, but the story was about them. The story started off with them, though.
It's been 40 years. End that shit. Damn. His dad died in a lava pit. He threw his dad over a cliff. His dad cut off his hand. End this shit, man. Damn. Y'all motherfuckers are still going on. End it. What if the storyline?
What if
too many other people in the universe for that to still be the thing? Like, come on, man.
What if I mean, I doubt this because Harrison Ford doesn't care anymore, but what if it ends with Han Solo making an appearance?
That'd be all right, but I mean, unless he dies, I don't really care because Harrison Ford's like 80, so like.
I'm just saying, because he was still around in the original movies. I mean, I doubt he's gonna make an appearance because he really doesn't care anymore. But I was just, just putting that out there. What would you do? What would you do?
I'd be mad, but I'd be less mad because at least it's not a Skywalker.
I mean, technically, Kylo Ren is a Skywalker. Technically,
if Kylo Ren showed up, it's the same result. Like, but if Han Solo showed up, I wouldn't be as mad because I mean, he's not as bad. But like, all right.
Okay.
Get off the original trilogy's dick, man. Damn, move on. Can you tell a whole story, or are you just stuck with these people? That's all. It's it. It's too big of a galaxy to just be stuck on the same 5 people.
No,
that's my issue.
That's fair. That's fair. All right.
Like at least Harry Potter's branched out into other stories. Even though I hate the author, they gave us the Crimes of Grindelwald and like other shit that wasn't directly tied to Harry. Like I mean, his dad might have been there, but like.
No, his dad wasn't. His dad, that was way before. That was before his dad too.
Oh, even better. So yeah, it's definitely like it's showing you more of the universe, which is fine. So,
right. Maybe his grandparents could have been there, but not his parents. That's way back. But well, we'll see. So, because apparently, not to go like way off topic. I know we're on like on a tangent right now, but deal with it. This is a nerd podcast. Anyway, so what you call it? With the movies, the Fantastic Beasts movies, they're supposed to stop at 5, is what I heard.
Okay.
And the one that's getting ready to come out is the 3rd one. So we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, everybody knows I'm obsessed with Harry Potter, so they just deal with it. Anyway, so next, so for you Battlefield people, I know you were disappointed with how that game released, but here's some encouraging news. So the disappointing performance of Battlefield 2042 could encourage EA to make the series free to play in the future. In a recent tweet, known Battlefield leaker Tom Henderson said that the developer is reportedly very disappointed with how Battlefield 2042 has performed.
Y'all fucking did it! Y'all put this game out! Nobody should be disappointed in anything but yourselves. All right, keep going.
Excuse me. As a result, the company is said to be looking at all the options for the future of the series. According to Henderson, that includes looking at free-to-play in some capacity. Fan reception of Battlefield 2042 has been very poor. On Steam, only 32% of reviews for the game are positive, with concerns being raised over performance, gunplay, and numerous bugs. Those numerous issues appear to have been reflected in player counts. Server populations are another concern, and according to Steam charts, more Battlefield fans are playing 2018's Battlefield 5 than the new release. I wonder why. With that in mind, EA's apparent disappointment isn't particularly surprising, but the extent to which it'll be prepared to shake up its flagship shooter remains to be seen. Free to play would be a significant adjustment, but there are still a number of other options on the table. And whatever
Like
EA and
fixing the game.
and whatever EA and DICE has planned, it's likely to be several years before we see the fruits of these discussions. Traditional Battlefield development cycles last around 2 or 3 years, and a significant change of formula could mean that we'll be waiting even longer for the series' next outing. That's it.
They put out a game that is about shooting and had bad gunplay. Give up the fucking game. Stop making Battlefield. Y'all, your remedy for the game you put out is to go free to play and not shit. Let's just fix our game. Stop making them. Just stop. Stop it now. Just put it down. Back away from the series because you're out of ideas. Y'all don't got nothing left. Y'all don't even want to make the game shoot well, which is all it has to do. Here we are. Like, y'all got one job. Just let me shoot in a fucking first-person shooter, and you got the gunplay messed up. Like, the main ingredient of the game. Like, all that other shit, all the levolution nonsense, all the other bullshit in the game, yeah, that's nice. But, like, you need to be able to shoot the gun in a war game, and it's the one thing you got to get right, and you mess that up. It's not hard. Like, it's really not hard.
I have another beef with this game, and it's really not just Battlefield. It's been the current recent releases of shooters lately. Now anybody knows me knows
releases shit and getting patched later.
Well, that's like damn near every game. It's really not that. Specifically, what I'm talking about. Well, let me start from the beginning. First of all, anybody that knows me knows that my favorite genre of video games is RPGs. With that
Dragon
being
Age,
said,
that's your favorite genre of video game.
It's RPGs. Shut up, Frank. Anyway, so anybody that knows me knows that because I love RPGs, I need a good story. Okay, I need a story.
Yes.
I need a beginning, middle, and end for me to be, involved with like what's going on. Okay, now. With that being said, Battlefield 2042 does not have a campaign mode. Neither did the last Call of Duty that came out.
People are mad about.
Okay? You guys keep releasing this shit. Okay? Like, people can't just go on multiplayer later. Why is the game straight multiplayer? Okay? You're just being disrespectful to all the people that write for a living. And to be perfectly honest with you, those are the last people on earth that you want to piss off. Okay? They create content. Why would you not include a story mode for games? I don't understand that. Okay, I just don't get it. If you listen, if you're the type of person that doesn't give a shit about the story, fine. When you buy the game, just go straight to multiplayer. Okay, but what I'm saying is just leave an option open for other people that need, like, I want a story. Okay, I want a story in my games. I don't want just like straight nonsense. Okay, like if I'm gonna get cussed out, at least I know the reason why. Like, come on.
Right. So I agree with you, and I agree with you to the point where if you're just going to release the multiplayer part of the game, why are you charging me $60? That's not a full game. They charge me $30, I'll buy it. I'll just buy multiplayer. Call of Duty does this, and they piss me off. They sell you a big ass game, like a massive game, but like the last two Call of Duty, you buy the game and you get the single player, the multiplayer, and access to Warzone. I don't play Warzone, so I didn't install it. I didn't install the single player because I didn't plan on playing it.
Mm-hmm.
So I now have 2 pieces of a game that I'm not playing that is just sitting on my hard drive. Why couldn't you piece me down the game and sell me multiplayer and like sell me zombies? Because I definitely would have bought a $30 pack of zombies and a $30 pack of multiplayer, as opposed to a $60 pack that with 2 pieces of a game I'm not using. Like, that would, I still believe that if they broke it down that way, Call of Duty would make more money overall because people will buy in. Like, if you just market the game, all of Call of Duty on sale, $100, or you can buy story, multiplayer, Warzone, or zombies individually, 20 for $30 a piece. Either people are going to do that, or they're going to do the sale where it's like everything for $100, and you're going to end up making money more so than if you just sold it as one $60 game. Because if you sell it as a piecemeal pack, the story, multiplayer, and other shit as a 4-piece, you can price those any way you want, unfortunately, and people will still fucking buy it. But they're just like, we're going to throw everything in the game and we're not going to care. At least Call of Duty has good story mode with it. Battlefield releasing as a $60 multiplayer game with shitty multiplayer aspects, bad bullets, no goddamn leaderboard to see how you did in the match. y'all just didn't care. Jeez.
I have a question also. What incentive do
What's
I
up?
have? Well, not for you, but I mean just in a general sense. What incentive do I have to buy a new Battlefield and or Call of Duty and or whatever first person shooter game if it's still the same shit from the last game? Like, what incentive do I have if there's no story? At least with the story, I could see like what's going on. How are these people using these guns or whatever the case. But like, what incentive do I have to get a new Call of Duty or whatever the case if there's no story? This is
Right.
why everybody's still on Battlefield 5. What was the purpose of me being on Battlefield 2042 if I'm still doing the same thing?
I will say this: at least Battlefield attempted to change it up. They went from Battlefield 4 and took it back to Battlefield 5, and then they went to the future for Battlefield 2042. Call of Duty's been literally the same game within the same 30 years for the last 10 years. It's been World War II, fucking the Cold War shit, and then like modern warfare. So like they're not even trying. They're just like, here's our 3 eras, and we sit in these eras, and we're not going anywhere. And I'm like, you know what? At least, but the difference is Call of Duty story mode has a solid story. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, it doesn't make sense, but it's a solid story. It's just like, all right, look, you gave me a story. I can't really argue with you. So yeah, yeah. A lot of my friends are really pissed off about this Battlefield stuff, and I don't blame them.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree with you about that too. Which is what I was getting ready to say too, was that at least with Call of Duty, like especially me, I mean, the first person shooter I ever played was Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. That was the first person shooter I've ever played. The story for that game was excellent. Okay, same thing with Modern Warfare 3. I really love that one too. And I also like Ghost. Advanced Warfare could have been a little bit better. Infinite Warfare was basically like the Game of Thrones version of Call of Duty because everybody was just dying in that game. But
hold on. So here's the thing: Call of Duty tried to do something different with, I think, Advanced Warfare. Where there was like wall running, you had like a super move and shit. Yeah. And then like it was different, but people were like, oh, this is corny, this is stupid, I hate it. Da, 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 da. No, y'all just wanted the same old Call of Duty cheese, and you couldn't get that because they were trying to branch out and do something different. I think they dropped it around the time that Titanfall was real popular. So like alternate means of traversal was a thing. So like they tried, and I'm like, yo, this is not bad. It's fun. It gives it a different like strategy. Like I got my gun or whatever, but also got this like rocket cannon that I'm sitting on in case niggas want to get silly. But yeah. Like that was their attempt at doing something different, but like their friends were like, I'm sorry, their friends, their fucking fans and loyal fan base. This is trash. Call of Duty shouldn't have wall running, and then they went back to the dumb shit. I mean, this was great. This was really fun. I enjoyed playing this game. Now here we are.
Even Ghost was good. Like even Call of Duty Ghost was great. I was hoping they did a sequel to that, but they didn't. But anyway, but yeah, this just goes back to like they just keep rehashing the same thing, and I just feel like, I understand. Like maybe there might be some people that didn't get the old versions of the game, and you can use that as the same reason they keep remaking Superman every 10 years, but it's just I don't know what to say. Also, screw Battle Royale. I hate that mode. I'll never play a game that has that mode in it. So
I fully agree with you. Battle Royale is killing. I think Battle Royale is taking away the creativity in gaming because people are just like, oh, we'll just put it in a ring and just do whatever you want. No, dude, make a game. Just stop copying Fortnite and actually make a fucking game. Yeah. And just actually figure out what you're going to do with it. Give me level design. Don't just be like, oh, here's a fucking giant map and here's a place where you drop in with like 40 other people. I don't want that, man. I want to sometimes. What if I want to use my characters in an adventure setting and use their abilities to do ability related shit? Right. Like if I got, so I'm using Apex for example, right? I got Caustic who will throw gas mines out and like do gas mine shit. I can only use this character in a PvP setting. I can't like do some fun shit and play against a bunch of bad guys, like a swarm of bad guys, like a boss rush mode or some shit? No. Okay, this is dumb. Like I don't have fun doing this. I don't always want to compete against somebody. Sometimes me and the homies just want to get together and just shoot a bunch of putties. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to have to think about strategy behind this shit. But you know, Battle Royale. Everything's got a Battle Royale. Call of Duty, Battlefield, fucking the golf game. Golf 2K21, 2K21 Golf had a fucking Battle Royale mode.
What?
Yeah, you fucking you. It was.
But so how?
Okay, so I'm gonna explain it like this. It was a way to make it so that everybody can play the golf game, taking away the delay between tee off to the hole and shit like that. It ended up putting 40 people on the green, closest to the pin wins, yada yada yada. So it was a way to make golf, putting Battle Royale in golf is fine because it spices up the game. It allows for a faster rate of play and shit like that.
But that doesn't make any sense.
What do you mean?
It doesn't make any sense. First of all, nobody's playing golf at the same time. It's scheduled. You can't just have 30. You can't just have 30 people.
I get it. I get it. It's just the reason it works in the golf game is because golf as a game is a slow game. In a video game, while it's a great concept, and yes, you should have your friends, you should wait. Sometimes you want to get in and hit the ball. So it makes a little more sense to have a fun Battle Royale mode in the golf game because it's different and it allows you to have a fun mode in a otherwise very simulatory sports game. So I get that. But putting it in every fucking game mode for every shooter that exists is stupid, and I need that trend to go away.
But Frank,
immediately,
it makes way more sense for Battle Royale to be in a shooter game than to be in a goddamn golf game. That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. There's no point. Here's the thing: you can't just be different for the sake of being different. That's the stupidest shit I've heard all day. Actually, no, all week. Okay, that's wow in a golf game. Oh my god.
But that also goes to my point. Battle Royale is too much. It's everywhere. Stop it. Please stop it.
I didn't think I would hate that mode more than I do right now. I really didn't think that I would hate that mode so much more.
I want to see what games have Battle Royale.
Bruh, oh my god. In a golf game? What is wrong with you people? Oh my god. Oh my god, that doesn't make any sense. Hang on a second.
Spellbreak was a really good Battle Royale game.
Give me a second.
Because it was take your time.
That's crazy. Oh god. I'm sorry. If you guys are listening,
it's not a Battle Royale. There's a game of golf.
Listen, if it's similar to Battle Royale, it's still shit.
It's not similar to Battle. It's not 50 people from different angles. Everybody tees off at once, and it's the first person to get the pin wins. It's like a race to the pin. It just feels like Battle Royale because it's everybody at once. And it's the only way that it works in golf is because everybody's trying to do the same thing and nobody has to wait for the game to do the shit. It's okay, so I'm here, I'm teeing off at the same time you're teeing off on my system and you're on your system. There's no delay in this shit, so you don't have to wait for it. That's why I don't mind the one in golf, because it speeds up the gameplay. It actually makes it better. You still have to be good at it. It just makes it faster so that you're not sitting there taking forever to play a game of golf. That's all. That's it. It doesn't belong. No, but it helps the gameplay.
But Frank, that's literally that's not how you play golf.
I know, Boots. That's why it's a video game.
Yeah, I understand that, but what the okay, you know what? Why don't they make a goddamn screw that.
Single player series
F all that.
As Battle Royale game.
Hang on, F all that. Why don't they make a goddamn basketball game and have 30 MFs and just one goddamn basketball and let's just play it like that, okay? Why would they just do that? Let's just throw all the shit to the wind. Fuck basketball and how it's played. We're gonna have 30 MFs in the ring at the same time. We're gonna have one basketball and let these niggas fight over a goddamn basketball. Let's do that. Since they want to,
it's just too many niggas on the floor. Let's do people on the floor.
Let's do that. Since they want to do stupid shit. Oh my god, that is. Oh my god. I'm sorry. Listen, if anybody's listening and wondering why I'm reacting like this, is because I used to play golf in high school, and that just literally doesn't make any sense to me. It just doesn't. Okay, that's why I'm reacting like this. But just okay. You know what?
Fallout has a Battle Royale game.
y'all go. But Fallout, but that wait, Fallout as in
Fallout, the notoriously single player series, has a battle royale game. Nuclear Winter came out in 2019. Came out with Fallout 76, but
but
like
like
that's my point.
but that still makes sense though because Fallout is still a shooting game. So
Boots all the way up until Fallout 4. That was a single player series. It always has been.
right,
They
but then
went
they
into
changed it. But they
76.
changed. But yeah, but then they had but they had entered like the multiplayer.
No,
They were doing that.
no. Right at 4, they dropped this little uh people management, vault management game called Vault Hero or some shit on the phone. And then like a few months later, they dropped Fallout 76, which was like, hey, it's a Sims version of Fallout where you manage your team and your villages or whatever, but then your friends can also play too. Which is like cool. Uh this is not what we meant when we said we wanted Fallout multiplayer, because this isn't it. Everybody's been saying, let me just wander the wasteland with a friend instead of having to like defend my shit when I'm not around, you know? But they didn't. And
But
they
that's
gave us what we
still
got.
yeah. But that for me that still makes more sense because in Fallout you can use a gun.
Yeah.
Like you have weapons in that game, so that's why it makes more sense for Fallout to have a battle royale mode. What the fuck is battle royale doing in golf? I don't under. Let's just you know what? Let's just go on
I
to the
will say
next.
this though, the one good battle royale game that I did play in the last couple years has been Spellbreak.
Uh
Until
huh.
Spellbreak did mad updates. Like the original version of Spellbreak was really fun
Uh huh.
and it was really simple. And then they made it more like Apex, PUBG, Fortnite, and it was just like, well, you guys fucked yourselves over. This was original and it was dope, and now you have too much going on. I should probably download it again and see how it's doing, see what
Mhm.
it's up to. But last time I checked, it was too close to Fortnite, and I'm just like, I'm good, man. So, but it was really fun because it did not use guns. It relied solely on magic,
Oh,
and your
okay.
magic was it was Your magic was poison. It was like acid, earth, fire, and ice, earth and wind. Acid, earth, fire, ice, and wind. Yeah, and you had to, and like you could combine your powers to make different attacks. You could negate attacks with, like, if you had fire and I had wind, and you threw a fireball at my feet, I could put the fire out. It was
Okay.
creative. It was
I
dope,
mean,
and now
yeah,
it's kind
that's
of,
different. That's different. I accept
you could
that.
make like toxic gas with like ice and acid. It was a cool game, and then like it went the way of like we want to be picked up and popular for everybody else, so they followed in line with Fortnite, Warzone, PUBG, Apex. You know, yeah,
That's different though. I accept that. I accept
right.
that
And I
with
was
the
excited.
open
I liked
heart.
that game. I was an early adopter to it, and I was having a lot of fun. And then it became like everything else. I'm like, I'm good, man.
Yeah, that's just. I mean but that makes sense though. So I'm sorry, my brain is still getting over the golf shit. So let's just go on to the next article because listen, I did not think that. I really did not think the battle royale mode would piss me off even more than it already did. But thanks, Frank.
You're welcome.
So, all right, next. So, this is for all my people that still play Watch Dogs Legion multiplayer. Um, I don't, but this is for y'all. So, Ubisoft's post-release support for many of its games is spectacular, but the French publisher has pulled the plug on Watch Dogs Legion. While it has fulfilled all of the add-ons and extras it promised prior to release, we do get the sense that if the title had performed better, it may have committed more support to the release. As it is, you've
Right.
had your lot. The game has grown by leaps and bounds with a ton of content to explore, from a sprawling near-future city to an action-packed online mode. Excuse me, a spokesperson from the development team said, "We couldn't be prouder of the game we've created, and we appreciate all of you who've joined us on this journey in London over the year. If you're still playing multiplayer, then there'll be a new season of content to unlock starting from the yesterday, actually. Then beyond that, sorry, yesterday was January 22nd. Then beyond that, the game will simply rotate between seasons 3 through 5, giving you another opportunity to unlock anything you've missed. It doesn't sound like there will
Wow.
be any more patches or improvements unless something goes horribly wrong, we suppose. While we appreciated the ambition of this sandbox sequel, it wasn't very good if we're all being honest with ourselves. No matter how well it runs, Watch Dogs Legion needs to sort out how it plays, that they wrote in their PS5 review. Expansion Pack Bloodline, which focused on returning character Aiden Pierce, actually fared a little better by peeling back the release's play as anyone gimmick. So,
I tried to play that game.
uh huh.
I didn't like the play as anyone thing. Like
Mhm.
it's I get it. It seems cool. Like everybody's a part of the Legion. That's cool. Uh, but like if you're telling me to do this, at least can all my characters have the same 3 base stats? Like or something. Like you're not going to recruit. Like if you're working for a thing, you're not going to recruit somebody who can't shoot. Like it doesn't make any sense. So like it's just in my head. Like I get the concept of it. It's a really cool concept. I don't like it. I don't have to like it, even though it's nice. I just in my head, if I'm going to play a video game, just give me a protagonist and let me be that guy for the whole game. That's all. Or give me a couple, like a handful, like 5, and let me be those 5 people for the whole game. I don't want to. I don't want a 30 rack of roster of people I got to beat for the whole game. That's too much. You know what I mean? Like
Uh huh.
that's doing too much in my book. I don't know. Maybe it's not. But I prefer small roster of playable characters at max. Like I think Battleborn had like 15 or 20, but like you played each character individually. You didn't have to switch. You didn't. It wasn't like a good idea to switch. It was just like play this character, keep it moving, and then repeat, rinse and repeat for each character you wanted to play as. Making me have to be 88 different people because one person got arrested because I drove the wrong way. Kind of annoying. I don't like the gameplay mechanic. I get it. I get why people like it.
Mhm.
Not for me. I'm good, man. That's too many characters. I don't want that much. Just then, like the mechanics to unlock the guy you really want is too. Just put my people who I'm going to play as in the game and give me a 5-person branching story that all ties to one. Because what it sounds like is y'all didn't have enough to make a character, but you wanted your bad guys to be out in the street, so you just like make everybody the playable character with each story. I'm sorry.
So, so as a fan of the series, what I will say is that I think that they decided to do this because if you played Watch Dogs 2,
Mm-hmm.
spoiler alert, towards the end of the game, you actually, it starts off as single player, but for like the very last mission of Watch
Mm-hmm.
Dogs 2, you end up taking control of two other characters that your main character is affiliated with. So,
Does it play into the story well?
yes, it's
Okay.
part of the story.
So Legion is the continuation of that story?
No, Legion is a different story. I'm just saying I think they just took the idea of being able to control someone other than the main character and decided to make it like the entire thing for the third game.
Mm.
So that's what I think happened. But here's the thing though. I think the only reason why everybody liked that was because they liked the two characters that you controlled. It wasn't just two random people that the main character knew. These people have been with you since you turn on the damn game. So it's like,
In Watch Dogs.
right. So it's like, of
Okay.
course, everyone loved the fact that you can take control of these other two people. There was no problem with that. I just think that
They did too much. The
they
next
didn't
game.
consider, yeah, they didn't consider how great those two characters were, and like they just decided to make it into a whole thing in the new game, and just decide to take over random people. So that's why I feel like it just wasn't as appealing in the third game, and for them to make it like the entire thing was a little weird. So
Right.
I personally liked. I mean, I didn't pay attention to that much part of the game because I'm biased. I like computers, so I just like the fact
Mm-hmm.
that I was just able to hack into shit in general. So
Yeah.
me using whoever was just like, okay, well, it just gives me a new way to think out, like, this mission, like I'm gonna have to do it this way because this person can't do this. So I didn't really care about what character I used per se. Yeah, there's some characters that are like lit and like so great. Like there's this one lady, I think she's like an FBI agent or something like that. And I really like
Mm-hmm.
using her character. So But I totally get what you're saying. You felt like they were doing too much.
Like giving me 5 characters who do 5 different things. Well, great. That's fine. It's nice. It's concise. I have a little realm of characters that I know I'm working with. Giving me 50 that do basically 5 different things, but it's 10 different people and they're shuffled in a different way. That's dumb. Like, it's literally only 5 things that people can do. It's heal, assault, stealth, hack, and like drone control. And you split that up between 50 different people. After a while, I'm not getting different play. I'm just getting shuffled perks for the same characters. Now you're just recycling yourself, and you've done too much. Where you could have just had 5 characters, and they all could be integral to the plot, and they all could work together as the plot. And it's like, oh, I need to get into this building over here, and I got character A who's right over here, but I need character B to go to the other part of the map and hack this building that has the security codes. And while I'm doing that, character C is going to distract the guards in a different part of the map while I have to control each character doing that. And then like I'll switch back to A once I finish the checkpoint for B, and it'll, like essentially what they did, but like smaller scale. My book. That's how I look at it. I just think the big, you can be anyone 50, 60 pack character play as thing, too much.
Yeah. So yeah, I totally understand. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. But I do still feel that Watch Dogs 2 is probably the best out of the entire series. And I'm most likely biased because I am black, and that's perfectly okay because the main character for that game was black, and I really don't care. He was the greatest main character for that series. Anyway, so we're just gonna move on to okay.
I like how the beginning of this you said you didn't know if you had enough to do a half hour, and we still ain't got to the meat and potatoes of the reason for doing this episode this week.
Oh, I thought I touched on it in the beginning. I mean, but we could talk about it now.
We talked about the other acquisition that happened, but it was like,
no,
I
it was
thought
both.
there was going to be more about it. Okay.
Yeah, it was both. I mean, I thought we touched on it mostly. I mean, if you want to,
because I know we started talking about the Take-Two acquisition of acquisition.
Right, but I brought up the Microsoft one too.
Right,
because
I'm just saying. You said you didn't have enough, and we done already. We're making our way through more stuff.
Oh yeah, I think this is the. Let me see. Hang on. Let me just before I say anything. Yeah, we're on the last story. No, yes, we are. Okay. We're on the last story. So I mean, we went a little over. I mean, the Microsoft. Well, here's the thing. I mean, the Microsoft acquisition. I mean, they just. I don't want to say they changed the game just yet, because like I said, unless they change the practices going on in Activision Blizzard, this really doesn't mean anything to me. I mean, me personally.
So my whole thing is I read some articles and stuff, and there was a point in the 90s where Microsoft was buying a lot of tech companies, and they bought a lot of and not a lot of things happened from those purchases. Okay. Like, could this be a instance of we're buying everything and we're just gonna like? So I'm gonna do an analogy, and it's gonna sound really weird until I get done. Okay. In wrestling, Vince McMahon runs WWE, and he likes to have the best talent for his show. Problem is, he goes and gets all this talent, but he only has 5 hours of programming for his wrestlers a week. And you got so many wrestlers, you can only put so much on the show. So the problem is you have all these guys you got at the show because now you can't use them as you want because you don't know what you want to do with them, or you got stuff going on, and they just end up falling by the wayside. Okay. So like, did they acquire all these companies to help them, or are you just going to hold on to them and like eventually shit's just going to fall by the wayside? Like, what are you doing? Are you hoarding them just so Sony can't have a working relationship? Okay. Which is like, are you doing that? Like, and then so it's like, yeah, I know everybody was like super hyped because Microsoft bought like ActiBliz and they have a couple other studios under the belt. But like, my question is two things. I'm going to say this, and I don't like bringing this up because I really hate the console war. But like, if Microsoft was doing such a good job, why do they have to go and buy 6 development studios? Like, if Microsoft was doing such a productive job as a console sale, why do they feel the need to go and buy all these other development studios to make their shit better? They already work with y'all. What are you doing? Like, I can understand outing Caustic as the ActiBliz CEO because he's a piece of shit, but what is the purpose? Because they already work with you. They already give you their games. They already go multi-platform. Why did you need to buy them?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, what was the reason behind it other than we just want to hoard all the developers because we don't really have anything to put out on our system to be like, oh, that's nice. And I'm not trying to say this as a I hate Microsoft thing. It's just like, okay, Sony has Insomniac and Naughty Dog in-house right now. And they work on games consistently for Sony in their studios. Like, they're always putting something out. Insomniac gave us 2 Spider-Men, and they're about to give us a 3rd, and a Wolverine game. They're all coming down the pike. I think Spider-Man 2 is out next year, and Wolverine's out the year after that. And I'm assuming, involving development times and all that shit, that's not a bad turnaround. Because if you put your main team on the main game that you guys are going to put out, and you focus on that shit, cool, not a big deal. But buying all these other development companies, what are you doing? What is the purpose? What is the reason? Why are you doing this? Why do you need to that was bad. Excuse me. Why do you need to own ActiBliz if they're already working with you? That's why I'm confused. And I saw an article that was like, well, this all stems from what happened with the PlayStation 2, 3, and 4, where Sony was just collecting development studios. And I'm just sitting here like, is that really Sony's fault that they had a gaming machine people wanted to buy? Like, that doesn't... Y'all are trying to make it like Sony's at fault because people kept buying a PlayStation because in-house they had good enough games that people wanted. And then other developers would jump into the spot. They'd be like, yo, let's put something on here. And I'm like, all right. And then they, of course, being that you run the market with the PS2, why would I not work with you with the next system coming to town? We already have a handshake and agreement. You already got money. You already got install base. Why am I going to fight that? So, like, I just don't understand what the goal is. And my whole thing is, yeah, it sounds great now. Yeah, go Microsoft. But, like, in a year, what are we going to get? Like, I just want to know what happens. What comes of this? Like, because if we don't get if the Overwatch game gets delayed once, I'm going to call this a fluke. Like, if y'all not helping shit that was supposed to come out better, faster, you didn't do anything. You just bought it to buy it. That's it. You bought it for clout, and I don't care. And I'm standing by that statement. If they don't release shit on a better release date for Bethesda and like help them get their shit out faster, and there's no bugs, y'all literally bought this for clout. There was nothing you did to make them better. There was no purpose in doing this. That's how I stand by this. I'm not trying to like do the whole Xbox, PlayStation console war. No, you bought these companies January 1st. So I'm giving y'all 6 months to get all your fucking people in there. You know how mergers work.
Right.
But like, if these games that are on delay that you guys are making are pushed back or like they're delayed or whatever, and they released with bugs, y'all did jack shit when you purchased these companies, and you only did it for clout. And I refuse, and you can't change my mind on that unless these games come out better and faster. That's it. Because otherwise, what did you buy them for? What was the purpose of purchasing Bethesda? What was the purpose of purchasing ActiBliz if you didn't do shit but just own them? You know what I mean? Like, that's all I'm saying. I'm hoping they change the culture for the better. But like, if y'all didn't do shit but just buy them just so the games wouldn't be put on Sony, admit defeat. Literally come out and say Sony crushed us in the console stuff and we're trying a new way. Admit defeat. Because at this point, that's all it is, and nobody will call it that. And I'm just like, and I'm sick of it. And at the end of the day, Sony is a better gaming platform because they focused on gaming long ago. Microsoft has better UI because that's what they've been doing for so long. I want both companies to come together, have a handshake, and we can get some sort of combination between Sony and Microsoft to get something that both systems excel at. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if it would happen, but like, y'all need to stop beefing for whatever fucking reason and just come together and work together. Because the Sony system with its haptic feedback controller and solid state drive is a little faster than the Xbox, and Xbox is known for hardware. So do whatever you want, man. I just feel like this is a big clout chase until they do something to show me otherwise. That's it.
I have a question about well, it's really from Microsoft. What I mean, you're 100% correct. I do agree with what you just said. Um, but my whole thing is I don't understand why they did that as well, but for a different reason. Like I don't understand why they felt the need to buy Activision Blizzard. If they were, in my opinion, they are doing extremely well with Game Pass. Like they're doing
Yeah,
extremely well with Game Pass. So I didn't understand why or like what the need was, or maybe we're looking at this wrong, and maybe Activision Blizzard needed to buy like themselves, like sell themselves, because all the horrible
I think
press
they
that
were
they
trying
were
to get
getting.
out of Bobby Kotick, but like you didn't have to go to Microsoft to do that.
Well, maybe Microsoft just they gave them the higher
Had the
price.
money.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of is maybe it wasn't Microsoft at all. Maybe Activision Blizzard just needed a way out, and they decided to sell themselves, and Microsoft just gave them the highest price. So,
Yeah,
it could be from that perspective too. It may not
it
necessarily have
could
been
be.
Microsoft.
We don't know the details as to why they were
Yeah,
up for sale,
yeah, and I doubt
but
we will, unless
nah, we
somebody
probably never will.
unless somebody
But
goes on
yeah,
Twitter and starts spazzing if something goes wrong. That's the only way we're gonna know. But
maybe Kotick will have a breakdown and he'll come out and be like, Activision sold themselves because they couldn't deal with me. All right, cool, man, whatever. Just give me the reason.
yeah, yeah, but just like I said, I really hope they Activision Blizzard needs to get it together. That's really who needed to get it together because they just oh my god. Right now, I just think that place is disgusting right now, and they need to fix that, and then we can talk about the games afterwards.
Yeah, I agree with you. I just hope what I hope doesn't happen is Microsoft is like, oh, well, we're going to make everything that Blizzard drops a time exclusive on Xbox. Guys, that is literally the exact opposite of why you should have bought this company. Because
Yeah.
the whole thing was timed exclusives are bad for the industry.
Mhm.
We all agree with that. Like as much as it was cool that PlayStation got them, it doesn't really help much because you know nobody's pushing to get quicker updates and shit. Because I don't know, I just feel like timed exclusives kind of kill shit.
Right.
If it's going to be exclusive, make it exclusive. Make it exclusive. Don't time it. Just put it on one system and leave it there. That's it. It's fine. If I don't have the system, I can't play the game.
Mhm.
Sorry. Let that be a thing. That was a thing for like years with Sega and Super Nintendo.
Yeah, it was.
So
Um. All right. Well, that's that. I have one last story for you people before we take our break. Um. So for all you Halo fans, this is not a drill. Halo Infinite will soon let you play your way into earning credits for its in-game shop. 343 Industries Senior Community Manager John Junashek, I hope I pronounced that right, confirmed as much in a post on the Halo Waypoint forums tonight in what's known in the American PR business as a, quote, White House news dump. Thanks to your continued feedback, we are happy to confirm credits will be earnable in Season 2's Battle Pass, Junashek wrote. We'll have more to share on this as we get closer to Season 2. Since Halo Infinite's multiplayer mode launched in November, players have critiqued aspects of its free-to-play model. Some have said progression in the Battle Pass was too glacial, which 343 Industries quickly addressed. Others have focused on the cosmetics, saying the free Battle Pass offers little in the way of meaningful rewards, ultimately leaving all of the cool-looking stuff gated behind microtransactions in Halo Infinite's in-game store. Last
sounds like Battlefield, or I'm sorry, Call of Duty.
Last week, 343 Industries stated an intention to lower prices in the shop, while sticker prices of bundles have already taken a dip this week. Junashek said tonight that next week's store update will start offering items up for sale piecemeal rather than exclusively as part of pricey bundles. Those steps
Hmm.
have been well received by the community, but tweaking the battle pass so you can earn credits as you play is quite possibly the single biggest request among the Halo Infinite player base. At the moment, it's unclear how exactly credits will be doled out, leaving a lot of open questions. Will players earn them periodically through leveling up, kind of like this season's experience boosts and challenge swaps? Will they actually be able to earn enough credits to meaningfully purchase great premium cosmetics? Crucially, will players be able to stockpile credits and spend them on the upfront cost of future seasons' battle passes? Representative for Microsoft, Halo Infinite's publisher, did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Halo Infinite's second season is currently slated to start in May, at which point support for cooperative play in the campaign, a staple for every prior Halo game that was absent in Infinite at launch, will be added as well. In tonight's Waypoint post, Junishek said that the team is continuing to look into fixes for the long-busted Big Team Battle playlist, though didn't offer a timeline. But there's a silver lining. Starting Tuesday, 343 Industries will finally remove BTB-themed challenges from your rotation of weeklies, so you won't have to burn your newfound cash on challenge swaps for a busted mold that'll likely continue to be busted for the foreseeable future.
Shout out to them using the battle pass how it's supposed to be used finally.
I don't play Halo, so I hope that's good news for everybody that does.
I really appreciate that. Like, if you give me a battle pass, I should earn your little stupid premium currency as I play the game. I already gave you money. Why am I not getting the premium currency?
Mm-hmm.
Call of Duty gives you their premium currency. It's at a very small clip, but they give you some. So like you can buy a battle pass, and if you complete the battle pass without spending any actual Call of Duty money, you can get the next battle pass for the Call of Duty money you saved in the previous one. So like they give you enough to get the next battle pass and buy some of the stuff in the store, but they don't you have to like hold on. Like you can't just buy it off of like 2 level ups. Like you got to spend like, they price the shit so high in the store that like the free money they give you doesn't make sense. It's not enough. You know what I mean? I just hope that Infinite gives the right amount of money. Like it's like, hey, here's 100 credits per level up. Also, things in the store don't cost more than 600 credits. Oh, okay, cool. Well, like make it accessible, man. Give people a reason to play your game.
Right. Okay. Yeah, so that was it for the general news. You pretty much mostly was talking about the Microsoft acquisition and all the changes we hope that they make. And their unknown reasons for making the acquisition. So yeah, we'll be right back with a few more game announcements, and yeah, we'll see you when we get back. Hey guys, just want to give a quick shout out to Kidder Cat. She sells candles and wax melts. They are made of 100% all natural soy wax. It is a Black woman owned and operated business. You can buy her candles at terran-made.com. That's terran-made.com. Also, if you love rap music as much as I do, please listen to the album 168 by Ziggy. It is available now on Bandcamp. I listened to the whole album and I really appreciate it. Tuesday and Wednesday. Those are 2 tracks on the album. So please go get that while you can. We'll be right back. And we're back. Alright, so for my Microsoft people, Microsoft's Xbox Game Pass subscription service had a banner year in 2021, and it is showing absolutely no signs of slowing down. On the contrary, Microsoft has kicked off 2022 with a bang when it comes to Xbox Game Pass, regularly bringing new day one games to the service along with older popular titles. And while there are some games leaving Xbox Game Pass in January 2022, many more are being added to the lineup. This past week has been an especially big one for Xbox Game Pass. Not only was it announced that Microsoft is acquiring Activision Blizzard and therefore bringing the company's games to Game Pass in the future, but Game Pass has also received a whopping 8 new titles this week alone. Two of these new Xbox Game Pass games were added on January 18th, while the other 6 were released on January 20th. Between January 18th and January 20th, this past week has been huge for Xbox Game Pass. Here are all the games that were added to Xbox Game Pass this week, including the day one releases. Microsoft started its new week of Xbox Game Pass games off strong on January 18th with a surprise release of Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc Anniversary Edition, and Nobody Saves the World. To Technically 2 day 1 games. While Danganronpa has been previously available on other consoles, January 18th marked its debut on Xbox, and as a surprise release at that. Nobody Saves the World, the latest title from popular indie game developer Drinkbox Studios, is a completely original game and an Xbox console exclusive.
Nice.
Excuse me. Among day 1 games added to Xbox Game Pass on January 20th was Paparazzi, a relaxing indie game where the goal is to snap photographs of dogs. It was joined
It's
by
Pokemon Snap with dogs.
Yep. It was joined by Windjammers 2, the sequel to the fan favorite arcade sports game Windjammers that first
Where's
released.
Tito?
You said where's Tito?
Yeah, because all he ever asks is, "Do you want to play Windjammers?"
Oh my god, he's gonna be so upset he missed this. The sequel to the fan favorite arcade sports game Windjammers that first released in the 90s. Windjammers 2 is a modern take on the game, adding new bells and whistles to bring it up to today's standards. While Paparazzi and Windjammers 2 have their fans, a headlining new game added to Xbox Game Pass on January 20th is certainly Rainbow Six Extraction. Rainbow Six Extraction is one of the first big budget games releases of 2022, taking Ubisoft's popular Rainbow Six franchise into some interesting new directions. Rainbow Six Extraction trades the PvP focus of games like Rainbow Six Siege for a co-op PvE experience where players take on alien threats. Rainbow Six Extraction reviews have been mixed, but it's still a solid get for Xbox Game Pass, especially since it's a day 1 game. I saw the trailer.
Yeah, if it wasn't free, I would call Extraction a trash game. That's all I'm gonna tell you. It's so fucking, oh my god, it's Ubisoft box. If you took anything from the last Tom Clancy games that you put out, you have Extraction but with aliens. It's just so obviously y'all are out of ideas at Ubisoft because they keep recycling the same 4 properties. It's Tom Clancy Wildlands, Tom Clancy Division, Tom Clancy Siege, and fucking Assassin's Creed and goddamn Watch Dogs. They're out of ideas. Ubisoft, disband the studio, send a developer somewhere else, please. Fuck.
To be fair, I never thought, to be perfectly fair with you, I never thought that Watch Dogs was ever going to get a sequel, but I am glad that it did, so I'm biased. I'm biased.
Like, I like the hacking aspect. I think Watch Dogs as a game, as a concept, is nice. The hacking is a neat feature in the game. It's just, y'all gotta, something's missing. I just don't want to play the game. Like, I'm like, okay, cool, but I'm
they should have left 2. They should have made a sequel to 2 and called it like 2.5 or some shit, because I'm sorry, 2 was just great. Yeah, anyway. So I saw the trailer to Rainbow Six Extraction. Yeah, it's like you said. I mean, I saw it when I turned on my Xbox. I was just looking for something just to see what was out. And I really didn't see something about it that made me like want to jump onto it. So, I mean, but if you like shooters, go ahead, try it.
They have a feature which I'm not sure if I like or don't like yet. But like, if you go through a mission and the person you use gets hurt or killed, you lose that person until you either rescue or revive them. And I think that's a cool concept in a game like XCOM, where like strategy is key and like having your team matters and permadeath is a real thing. I think that's great in a game like XCOM. Not Ubisoft, man. Like, it's just, I don't know, just the way your action-oriented Extraction game doesn't need me to also have to worry about my team being dead. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
If I come back alive, I came back alive. Let me heal up and get back out there for the next mission. I don't want to change characters just because I got, attacked, but I'm fine. Like, I'm not dead. Why am I hurt? Like, I didn't heal up on the way back. What are you doing?
Yeah. So, the last day 1 game released for Xbox Game Pass on January 20th was Hitman Trilogy, a collection of the last free Hitman games. While the Hitman games within the collection aren't new, the collection itself is, and so it still counts as a day 1 release. Regardless, Hitman Trilogy lets Xbox Game Pass subscribers check out each game from start to finish, adding great value to Microsoft's subscription service. And while it's not a day 1 game, Death's Door was also added to Xbox Game Pass January 20th. Death's Door earned critical acclaim at the time of its original release last year, standing out as one of the highest rated new video game releases of all of last year. Death's Door is the highest rated new game added to Xbox Game Pass this past week, and anyone that has yet to play it should definitely consider giving it a shot.
I seen that on sale on the PS store
Okay.
during their holiday sale. I was gonna pick it up, but I ended up grabbing something else instead. But I have seen some friends stream it, and it's really fun. It's a roguelike, but it plays similar to Hades, but the story is different. The art is different. Everything else is different. It just plays similar to Hades. Don't compare it to Hades. I'm just giving you the gameplay style of the game. That's it.
Okay, that's still cool.
Isometric view. That's all.
um,
It's good though. It looks great. I just want to play it, so I get
okay.
around to it.
This past week's been huge, but there's still more for fans to look forward to later this month. January 27th, we'll see the release of Taiko no Tatsujin, the Drum Master, to Game Pass across consoles and PC, serving as yet another Day 1 game added to the service. So,
nice.
that's all the Xbox stuff. Let me get to the PlayStation stuff. Alright, so PlayStation Plus is staring 2022 off strong as it reveals another solid month of free games for January. This time around, you've got 3 games, 2 of which have native PS5 versions in addition to PS4. That's good news for trophy hunters. First up, we've got Deep Rock Galactic, a game that's already out on Xbox and PC, but is making its PlayStation debut as a freebie. You and up to 3 other players can first-person shoot your way through randomly generated environments, picking different classes for your dwarves in order to best complete whatever objectives the game throws at you. Critics seem to rather enjoy this one, and it's sold well on other platforms so far, so we think it's worth grabbing a few mates together and checking it out. Dirt 5 is another one that's got both PS4 and PS5 versions, with the latter sporting a 120 frames per second mode if you've got the TV for it. It takes the racing series away from being a simulation like earlier entries and turns it into a more arcadey experience, and we're not going to complain about that at all. Finally, we've got Persona 5 Strikers, which doesn't have a native PS5 version, but is obviously playable through backwards compatibility and has better performance on the newer console. As the name implies, it features the world and characters of the insanely popular Persona 5, itself permanently free as part of the PlayStation Plus collection, but rather than being a JRPG, the gameplay is based on Dynasty Warriors, and if you've not played a Dynasty Warriors, well, you're really missing out on some absolute madness in the best way. Like all PlayStation Plus freebies, you'll be able to play these games for as long as you've got an active subscription.
I have Strikers now. Before you guys jump in thinking it's Dynasty Warriors, it is very much still Persona, but the combat is Dynasty Warriors. So keep that in mind that you can't just go in and mash square to victory. You actually still have to have a strategy behind it. And this is somebody who's playing the game. I actually have to restart and like strategize through this game because the second mini boss is currently kicking my ass, and I have nothing for him. So I got to go back and start over. Damn. But it's Persona, but the combat is a lot faster. It's a streamlined version, but don't expect it to be like easier than Persona. Right. So I'm on the internet. I'm trying to see if they have any predictions, because normally predictions pop up for next month's free games. I've seen nothing across the board that is the similar thing. Like, one website is saying Call of the Sea, Medieval, and Samurai Warriors. One website is saying Shadow Warrior, Horizon Zero Dawn, Borderlands, Dying Light, Dark Souls, or like one of those mixes, or also Neo 2 or Life is Strange for the PS5. Like, it's just like, what do you? There's no the way Sony does their monthly drops. There's no rhyme or reason to it. Like, people have been trying for years to figure out, if they drop a sports game, in March, are they going to drop an action game in April? Nobody knows nothing about what they're doing. There's no rhyme or reason behind how they release this shit, and we just gotta hope for the best. So Wednesday, for those who are unfamiliar, Wednesday should be the day that the rumors and the official release date leaks should all pop up. So, yeah. Sony's playing it close to the chest for their free monthly games.
I mean, I don't blame them. I mean, that's all I have for announcements. Was there anything that you wanted to talk about, Frank?
No, I don't have anything. I had nothing, no announcements at all.
Okay. Well then I guess that's it. Thank you guys for listening. Happy New Year. I hope, everything goes well for all of you. Thank you so much for listening. I had checked yesterday and saw that I just passed 200 plays. So
Yeah.
so that's
Let's go.
Yeah.
200 plays celebration.
So that's really exciting. So thank you everybody for listening. Thank you everybody who's ever joined me. Thank you, Frank. For helping me co-host, and everybody else that's ever helped me co-host. Tito, Papito. I'm sure I'm forgetting like 2 other people.
Redman here one time.
No, he hasn't. He hasn't joined me yet.
Oh,
nope. I'm waiting for him to join me. He's being a punk, but Kajo Nuj, my original co-host. Thank you so much for helping me get this off the ground. Yeah, just if you guys have any input, you can always email me at lilalikeboots@gmail.com. I'm lilalikeboots on Twitter. Xbox, I'm lilalikeboots. What else? We also have questions I usually put. If you have Spotify, if you check my podcast page, you'll see that sometimes I'll prompt questions. You can answer those questions and I can put them on the podcast as well.
Before you answer the question, make sure you rate the scroll 5 stars.
Yes, please. Yes, please rate us 5 stars if you really enjoy my, bi-monthly news podcast. What else? Frank, where can everybody find you at?
YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Frank Grouch. YouTube is actually Frank Grouch 1 if you want to use the URL to get there. Some asshole who doesn't have any videos or any content has my name and I want it and I can't have it.
Oh
and I'm
God.
mad because there's no YouTube customer service either. Like I can't just like email somebody and be like, hey. So it's double annoying. But
Can you change the name to the Frank Grouch?
I'll explain it to you off air, but like essentially I tried that and it's steps I don't feel like going through. But yeah, so I took the 1, that's fine. But yeah, I'm all across the internet. Frank Grouch. You can search me, you can find me. PlayStation, there's a hyphen. Don't forget the hyphen. That's about it, man. Yeah, you catch me wherever. I'll be around. So streaming, Twitch, yeah, I'll be around. So yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, Frank. Thank you everybody for listening. I might release another episode maybe around Valentine's Day or post Valentine's Day or something like that. It depends. My life is crazy right now. So thank you guys so much.
How much do you love gaming? The Valentine's episode of the Scroll.
I might just do that. All right. Thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.
Thank you again, Boots. Have a good night.